If you recall from earlier in this unit, we were able to find a missing angle in a triangle by using the other two angles. Well, we can do the same with the side lengths of a triangle. So here's an example. We're going to use Pythagoras to find the length of the hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse we always call little c. And so that means these other two sides are going to be a and b. And we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, to find that unknown side c. So a is 5, so we have 5 squared plus 12 squared is b, is equal to c squared. Well, here's my unknown, that's that side length c, but I know everything else in the equation. There's only one letter I don't know, so we should be able to solve it. So 5 squared is 25, 12 is 144, 12 squared is 144. If I add those together, I get 169 is equal to c squared. Now I want to know c, not c squared. So to get rid of the squared, I have to take a square root of each side of the equation. So c is equal to the square root of 169, which if I put that into my calculator, I find is exactly 13. So the hypotenuse is 13, and now I have to remember my units. This is a length, so it's 13 centimeters because the other lengths were in centimeters. Let's do one more example here. A wire supporting a flagpole as shown below. Find the length of the wire rounding to 1 decimal place. So the wire attached to the flagpole here must be the longest side C. And you can see that the flagpole is standing at a right angle. I hope so, otherwise it's a pretty lopsided flagpole. And now we can go ahead and write out our Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I have to decide which is a and b. There we go, done. So a is 4.3. Not going to be able to square that in my head. B is 6.2. Same thing, is equal to c squared. Let's go find c. So 4.3 squared, I get 18.49. 6.2 squared, I get 38.44. And that's all equal to c squared. So I'll add those two numbers on the left-hand side together. And I get 56.93 is equal to c squared. And to get rid of that squared, leave me with just c, I have to take the square root. So I find c is equal to 7.5, I'm told to round to 1 decimal place, so it's 7.5 yards. And good, that number makes sense because c should be the longest side. And it's longer than those other two sides, so I'm happy.